Dobro, došli braće u stream, kako ste mi danas? Igramo L.A NOIRE i nastavljamo dalje. Noire, ugrlo nastavljamo dalje braćo. Nastavljamo ga samo tako. Jako. Nadam se da vam neće puta stream. To sam se prebacio na drugi router ili ti ga internet. Ne bi trebalo. Trebalo bi da radi clean. Trebalo bi da radi clean. Napredovali smo u prošloj epizodi. I to dobro smo ga napredovali. Mislim se da nećemo nikad, majke mi. Mislim se da nećemo nikada napredovati, majke moj mene. Sam sve gotovo, nema napretka, ano. Ali evo, već toga ima. Ujebote, ja sam zaboravio piće da donesem. Ali čekaj, šta je ovdje? Šta je ovdje, koja priča iz ovoga stoji? Ključevi i gospodin napadam. Dobro.
Galloway.
Da radimo što stojim.
Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner after all.
A nije baš njemu drago,
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
Dobro, idemo tamo.
I mean, you know you made it if you got that depth. You beat her up so bad. When I found him, I turned the favor.
I'm going to memorize your name and throw my head away.
Ali što smo zgodni jebati.
He's the cop that arrested that movie producer. It's about time some of those movie people went to jail. They think they're untouchable.
You did a decent job in the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Ovo je gore na mostu.
Just go easy, Phelps.
Ovdje se ne da proći. Da sam se zavodio ovaj put na njega, vodi da me spusti dole. Šta ići? Vamo na križanje. I onda gore. smo.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have
Novinar,
two of my
ja.
finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex.
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short, for that
You don't
matter?
believe there's
No,
a
not
crazed
as
sex
these.
killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
And I thought this was such a nice area.
Detective, I was first on scene.
All these cars. It's got to be something big, right? How bad is
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. Family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Mhm.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Here she is.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
You mind if I examine the body?
Be my guest.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
If the motive was robbery, why not take her money?
Officer Gonzalez, badge 994. Victim a white female Jane Doe on Hill Street. Possible ID of Deidre Muller. Can you run
نمشي مع قفزين وغلابدين ولا ودرستا
Reported by whom?
ما تمام به
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
tako znači. Jebem ti mater. Ja se nadam da meni YouTube neće ugasiti opet video.
What's this mark? A cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Mislim da smo skoro ovo završili.
Look at your mark. It's very
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
To je to.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
This is a secure area. You all need to leave.
One more sweep and I'm headed back to the lab. You've got all you need here, Phelps.
Dobro. Znači mi smo tu uzeli sve što smo mogli. Locations.
So what's going on over there?
Što nismo, brate, čini mi ne da dalje. Zašto mi dalje ne da? To ništa.
Another day, another dollar.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Detectives, R&I says that Deidre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Brae was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Stajemo se.
So what's going on over there?
This is awful. Just awful.
Nekom
Why
was...
can't we
You're
get
behind
any
the wheel.
closer?
Still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? No, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father,
Mislim,
Cole?
gre noć.
But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Okay. A nije ovo nismo...
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
Stali smo
We'll be home
kod...
soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Marš.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Nema ništa.
It doesn't appear to be connected. I doubt it. Seems irrelevant.
Šta ja uzimam, majko mila.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Work boots. Size 8s.
Dobro. Pa nije moguće da u cijeloj kući imamo jedan klub. Ništa. U cijeloj kući jedan klub, brate.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, the yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Nije 9.
You know anyone who wears a smallish men's shoe who had a major grudge against your wife? Is there something you would like to tell us, Hugo?
No, I do not. You finished making hints?
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You got any way of confirming this story of yours?
You son of a bitch. You come here making all these accusations.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
To je točno.
Was your wife unreliable?
No.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Šta ovo sad?
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Real happiness is when you marry a girl for love and you...
Phelps, leave him be.
There's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. There's an oxymoron for you.
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
isn't a racetrack.
Gdje mi pobježuje?
Enough running, Hugo! Hands where we can see them.
That price is outrageous.
A šta? Trebalo da s njim preći.
Check in the incinerator, Phelps. I'll hold our stupid friend here.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
Stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thank you.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
You can drive.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit.
Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimonii.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Saturday's the spring unveiling, Emmy. It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go.
I told you, I can't Saturday. I'm busy.
Busy where? You're going on another drive with Davy Gardner, aren't you?
So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I...
Stani. Sekunda. Tako. Tako. TikToka. Ništa TikTok. Još trče sad automatski sam.
I could save all year and not be able to afford that.
Kako preskače, majko moja. Malo ga otjere. Ovdje brzo nizbrdo je.
That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle and you're a dead man.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Son,
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaking motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble. Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir. I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Dobra, bar nam je pomogao. Što za njih?
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Mueller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living. Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
To smo riješili.
I don't know about this. My gut says Mueller. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard, and that was his car with the bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't Mueller. Hell, he probably killed his wife, deprived that poor kid of a mother. But he's not.
That price is outrageous.
Phelps, 1247.
No, stopowe za brat.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mueller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks for your help.
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded.
I brought his socks in it for you.
I see that.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Koliko prometa. Dobar.
Oh, come on!
Mislio sam da se može raziti, ali ne može. Šta?
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Se treba pogledat. Uzivajte.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
To je to da sam, što se tiče njega.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
You don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
If I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Ovo bar normalno vozi. Evo istina, nasuprot mene.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work. Are they ready?
Bowler's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Boy.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
One boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitching braid. It stays tight.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rap. I ain't a killer.
Phelps, Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
We captured 2 regular army. Lieutenant! Phelps, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank.
I'm in charge here, Medier!
Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen. They're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There is no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
See
that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Muller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
You know the way. You can drive. You have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, fellas. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah. It means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
No, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, fellas.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Uš. Idemo, šta je ovdje?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you. When you're ready.
Opet žena kamrt.
May as well follow the trail.
Antonia, it's a start.
Quedabas llorando.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
Vidi.
Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
Another day, another dollar.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails. Kiss the blood, BD. The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary just for a copycat.
Strangled, battered.
Yeah. We know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Jebate, pues.
Never the same, are they?
Opa, nešto smo našli. Krvi da je ovdje.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
Ništa.
It's got to be a code or a cipher. Where are you taking us? Mrs. A. Maldonado. Could it be Antonia Maldonado? Clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phelps. You got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident.
Zaglavio, nema lokacija, šta moj. Nema. Klovce sam našao.
Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
Još go. A jebate.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance? Looks as though the killer was decorating with this. Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Odlično.
Can you drive to this one?
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
He's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting it.
I'm sure.
Čovjeka, vidite.
Wait just a moment. I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am. You look at that? Someone's turned the place over.
Okay, we have an address. The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence. The smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
To smo istražili.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, Detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife to serve me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
Dobro.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Come on, Mrs. Lepenti, you must have some idea.
Maybe a movie? Maybe church. She was a very religious girl.
You've had a break-in?
No, that can't be true.
Zašto mi...
The window's broken, the room's been tossed. You seem like the type of landlady who notices everything that happens under her roof. What gives?
Don't take that tone of voice with me, young man.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
Can you describe the necklace?
An icon of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It's quite beautiful. I let Antonia hang a painting of her. There, on the wall.
We're hunting a killer, madam. I would have expected a little more cooperation.
I've said it right from the start. We should come down hard on the husband. Let's check his place out.
Brate, mislio sam bar da će ova stara žena govoriti.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Sam nisam skužio šta se prvi žart navez. Ujebote, ovo je zgrada stan. Nisam baš slušao staricu i jebiga.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest. I got 100 pounds on your wife now.
Hey, now look, I don't want no trouble. I got nothing to say to you.
Stay back.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Should get the whole place going over, then talk to the neighbors. And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Tamo neki papir, makni se. Makni se jebem u mater.
Just picked fruit market. I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Eldorado.
The El Dorado. This will take some explaining.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
That's the cop from the newspaper.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Car 11K, car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, car 11 King, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finnis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Ovo na nekod postaje.
Poor little twist. He was 13.
Ono šta, ja ne bi odmah ispitivao, nego bi...
They're waiting down at Tech Circus itself.
Nekom čekao,
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
nekom
Letters?
čekao, mi
Brown
ćemo
and Hanson
bolje
believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
I really hate this fuck. This black medallion guy. Seen the body? Fucking cased his nozzle way to the guts. Hollow. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted them.
Slow and steady, come on!
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
I've been through 3 films. No big.
Jebem ti mater. Ništa. Ništa, idemo njih onda idemo njih riješiti. Mislim sam da imaju neki susjed ili nešto. Šta si ti tu sastavio? Dalje. A ti vozi majke ti. Ja se ovdje pogubim ko budalo.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Da ja pogledam ko budala bez veze. Dok on, brate, znaš, sad ćemo pogledati samo da ja nešto uzmem za jest.
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Sam dajte minutu. Nešto pojede.
What are we waiting for?
Sad ćemo mi da to riješimo. Samo čas. Samo čas. Samo čas. Samo čas. Pjatić tu. Slušaj na uši. Gdje smo, šta smo? Kod garaže? Divan je ovdje ulazi i jebe mu sve.
Extra, read all about it.
To onda navodno onda ide. Brate, ja sam totalno zbunjen. Di bi ovo trebalo? Gdje bi ovo trebalo biti?
Extra, read all about it.
Ništa mi jasno nije.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No, no. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. What did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Sam is taking me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Say, honey, what time did you get off waiting table? You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey. My eggs running.
Divorce papers? Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared, and the drink was for Dutch courage.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
I think he's a bit of a gangster.
Auto nam je tu. Da sjedneš ti u to auto. No to... Idemo vamo. Vidimo šta ćemo vamo naći. Vamo je masa policijskih vozila, tako da ćemo... Čekaj. Znam šta ćemo desiti. Iz koje ovo igrica vas podsjeća, brate, ovaj auto? Živo me to zanima. Znači, vas podsjeća ovo auto. Jebate, šta osvjetljivo u pičkom motoru. Šta auto je tako osvjetljivo da to ne mogu. Ajme, ovo je ono gdje smo već bili, stani. Nije nešto mi iskriža, nešto mi ne iskriža ovu tekciju, da ne znam. Di sam bija, di nisam bija, šta sam, ni puta nisam. Da vidimo. Znači, ovdje smo bili. No šta, ajmo onu dvojicu ispita što su mi tako da mi smo njih već praktički zatvorili. Samo i treba ispitati. Normalno sam sad. Bolje nas treniti, jebemo mater. Dobar. Brate, je li ovdje police station? Šta me sam fali? Ne, ovdje sve slabo ubojstvo, šta je ljudi? Da se vrati da je bilo ubojstvo. Šta znam. Već ćemo sad porediti, pošto više nisam siguran gdje treba ići.
Watch it, will you?
Stani.
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it.
Ovdje smo bili.
You're behind the wheel.
Sad će njemu reći da on vozi, pa ćemo vidjeti di će nas odvesti. Pošto znači, pogubio sam se. Ne znam, ne di ništa.
Extra, read all about it.
Šta mi daješ to? Mislim, šta mi znači ovi parking je mater? Parking koji nema nikakvog smisla.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
U baru smo bili, znači, onda idemo vam. Ovo nije, ne znam šta je. Gdje je ovo?
I got the jitters again.
We gonna go downstairs and see Donnelly or what?
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Gdje me on sad vodi?
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Trebam. Zato je meni zablokirala cijelu igricu.
I felt lousy collaring him.
Što sam došao ovamo i onda sam tražio di treba ići dalje.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the backseat of the cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the spares back 24 hours.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and type from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Tako da... Trebalo je samo doći do policijske. Da vidim. O, di si, brate? Di si? Opa! Di si, maću? Samo da vidimo šta, kako, di? Nego ja, brate... Da vidimo. What? The paper says...
Keep upon thy soul by virtue of this
Post, brate. Ja sve da mučim ko budala, mučija se, znaš. A šta treba, kako treba i onda...
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Solina, gasolina. Ču, brate, rođak, ja znam, brate, pa normalno. O, ti si rođeni. Šta ima rođeni, kakav si? Šta ima rođeni, kakav si? Ja malo streamam za nikoga, tako da ono streamam sam za sebe. Očigledno. Žalim se ja malo.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nut job's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what does it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound.
Case.
Prometheus was a titan,
Mislim, šta
a superhuman
kaže
character who
dalje.
defied the gods to bring
Normalno,
fire
ali
to
ne,
humanity.
normalno, ja uvijek zaboravim
Medallion
želcu.
guy believes he's
Šta god idem.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in punishment. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in
Mogu radi
custody.
one
We haven't
klipe, ja
interviewed
sam
him.
naš,
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Uvijek nešto jeden. Šta ne veća šema? Ja imam anistro pre lajva i kontam držat će me. Bravo, držalo me 5 minuta. 5 minuta me držalo i pustilo me kao... sad opet moraš isto.
What are we waiting for?
Tako da ono... Ne čekamo ništa, gospodine, idemo.
Put him down in my sap.
Gospodin kolega, ništa ne čekamo.
Mind coming here and doing your job for a second?
Arthur,
Hey, I gave his wife a cat.
Šta treba ovdje?
Improved your attitude?
Evo šta smo za malo opet
What do you
zajedno.
want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
Za malo opet zajebam.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
Kako mu je ponašanje da vidimo? A što bježe očkice? A što bježe očkice?
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
Možda ste bili doma. Ali ovoga... Di je ono? Ovo.
I love my wife. I didn't kill her. And what you think doesn't mean shit.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you.
Is
that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
You didn't want anyone else to have her. You didn't like the idea of other men fucking your wife, them slipping it to her, the idea that she might like it.
Vete a tomar por culo!
Easy there, Angel boy. Ease it back a notch.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Prvi točan je.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
You're lying through your teeth. You killed her and your brother's in on it.
You don't know what you're saying. Why would I do that? Hippolito's my brother. But he would never lie for me about killing Antonia. He knows he'd go to hell for that.
Keep it to yourself, kid. Let it eat away at you like poison. You're going back into the cell. We'll be waiting when you're ready to spill your guts.
Are you taking my wife's murder seriously?
Need a drink. I got the jitters again. This guy must have escaped the loony bin.
Idemo sad.
The thing was, he was a real nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
I say we bust in there and find
You can drive.
damn evidence.
Sad će valjda proraditi, jebeo mater. Eš.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Pripada me.
No good. There's nobody here.
Nemoj mi reći. Da to postoji. Idemo sad. To sam već vidio. Mislim da je ovdje sve sad riješeno. Ja mislim, brate, ne znam, nisam siguran još. Majke mi, nisam siguran da treba ići.
Sam is taking me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
E, vidiš se otvorena garaža.
Just don't know how to dance to bebop. Are you working Friday night? We should go out afterwards.
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
Siamo seconda.
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. But I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
To ništa.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out afterwards.
Help me out.
This kid sells bananas for a living. What's he got to hide? Search the place, Phelps.
Ali kako da ga srča nije veoma kad... A, brat. Ti se sinja na prvu.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Opa, nož.
Why cut someone who's already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
Marš. To je dobro.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Koja je kombinacija, pičku masenu, sam da vidim.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
No, gledajmo. 2, 5. Ovo je ovdje 2.
Just don't know how to dance to bebop.
Dva, pet, tri. Ne.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out after.
Je? Šta sam ja rekao? 2, 5, 3. 2, 5, 3. Haker 1/1. Samo 2, 5, 3. Lagano.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Njega sad treba lovat.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Nema problema, samo čisto.
Should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Možda dobro skreće, nije mu
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Uvačam si majstore.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Now, lads, what am I to do with you? I give you a perfectly good murder. A case any homicide man would be happy with. An affront to our way of life and our Californian dream, and the chance to deliver some retribution. Are you not believers, lads? Homicide men are the right hand of God. You need to back out of here slowly and take a long, hard look at yourselves and your methods. Ask yourself what you are prepared to do to put these creatures behind bars. It's the streets for the two of you until I can find some forgiveness for the foppish behavior you've been exhibiting.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
We'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail? Skip with the Shadow leading the show. Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming. Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the show. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
You think the vice boys get any on the side?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? What another accommodation?
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
No, that's not was it, no? A to mi je kompanjon.
Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fat, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up in San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests and the racket give them a reputation.
You don't want to turn into an assault.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides...
Me?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, fellas. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first. If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle. That guy there will lead us up.
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, Carter. Get used to seeing them. They're the gig when you work in homicide, fellas.
A ovo je pandu, ne ga pratim. Aj, ne mogu brzo do ovoga.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
No good to me.
This guy was willing
Our
to
driver and our killer are most likely one and the same. There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Footprints.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment.
Just a moment.
Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective.
Just a moment, Detective.
There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks. Can you drive to this one?
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow.
It can't be the same guy, is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Sad treba ući unutra. Opa! Ali, znate šta ćemo mi napraviti? Mi ćemo ovako da stanemo ovdje i da out sejvat će to svakako. Tako da tu smo završili s livom, brate. Gotovo za danas. Gotovo za danas. Yes. To bi bilo to za this episode. Ja se nadam da ste vi gustali, ja sam i veliki pozdrav, čao.